Hi! Welcome to today's episode of Boredom! Smells like pickles.
We have a really good episode of Boredom today. The show's not called Boredom Today, like a talk show or anything like that. It's just an episode of Boredom that happens to be today. We have facts. Generated by FactBot. FactBot is back. I have a really round head. On to more important details. I've worn this shirt before, right? I already wore this shirt. That's better. Hey, my gloves are back. There is something that I need to tell you guys about. You know how FactBot exploded? I've been kind of trying to fix him lately. And unable to do so, I have to strip him down to the bare essentials. And let me level with you. He looks really creepy. So, without any further ado, here is the head of FactBot. Since the accident, Boredom's never really been the same. But neither has FactBot. See, after the explosion, he was just a head. I'm going to turn him on, and he's going to generate. FactBot, generate us a fact. Okay, FactBot, what is today's randomly generated facts? Okay, I guess that's it for FactBot until I can get him repaired. Sign down, FactBot. You're a good robot. See? Told you he looked really creepy. But anyway, FactBot had generated horror facts. So this is going to be really fun. Which couldn't be in more perfect timing, because in this particular episode, we're going to be interviewing a horror icon. But you're going to have to stick around until after the facts to see who the horror icon is. Fact number 1. Final Destination, aka Flight 180, was originally a concept for an episode of The X-Files. So I guess that concept wasn't its final destination. Lame. I'm doing the best I can. Fact number 2. Charles Manson, Lee Harvey Oswald, and James Earl Ray are indirectly irresponsible for the name of the infamous Chucky character in the Child's Play series, whose full name in the film series was Charles Lee Ray. Number 3. Where did the idea of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre come from? According to the director, while he was standing in the middle of a crowded hardware store, he brainstormed about how he could possibly get through the crowd, and chainsaws caught his eye. I mean, who would think about something so horrible like that? I mean, I just do it. Number 4. Speaking of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, in the scene where Sally gets her finger cut open at the dinner table, According to Gunnar Henson, he claimed that he had actually removed the protective covering on the blade because they were going through some troubles with shooting and the fake blood wouldn't squirt out. He was holding a bulb in his hand and there was a protective covering over the blade. And while he was cutting the finger, the bulb wasn't squirting blood. It kept cauterizing inside the actual tube. So what he had done was that while nobody was paying attention to him, he had took the protective covering off of the blade and actually cut Sally's finger, meaning that Sally's screams of pain and torment were all real. Screams of pain and torment. Seems like my kind of movie. Number 5. Thank you, Sagat from Street Fighter. Sean Cunningham wanted to make a movie by the title of Friday the 13th. He didn't know what the movie would be about. He didn't have any actors lined up. He didn't even know what style genre the movie was going to be. And he didn't even know if it was legal to use the name Friday the 13th. So this is what he did. He took the name Friday the 13th and posted an ad to see if it was legal. It was on there for a couple of weeks, and it turns out that it is legal because nobody actually called him and told him to stop using the name Friday the 13th in the ad. But by the time that the ad was actually out there, he had raised enough money to make the movie Friday the 13th. But at the time, he did not have a script, any actors, and he didn't know what he was going to do! And it turns out, it's one of the most successful horror franchises of them all. It's kind of ironic that the last fact generated was about Friday the 13th, because we're about to reveal an in-depth first-time ever interview with Jason Voorhees. That's right, the 7-foot-some-odd-pounds giant murder-face villain with a hockey mask and, you know, he's got a really messed up face. He had an axe in his temple once. You know, he's gone through a lot. He's been electrocuted. He's been stabbed. He's been dug up. He was buried. He was in the water. He drowned. This guy's had a horrible life. And he's never got a chance to actually voice his grievances. Well, this time, we have an in-depth interview with Jason Voorhees himself. And, well, we had to film it in his, his little place because he doesn't like going outside of Camp Crystal Lake. So, we're going to have to go there. And, well, let's see how the interview went out. Okay, guys, right now, I'm in the lake area where this guy likes to, hide around and stuff. And he said he'd meet us around this time. And I'm not exactly sure where he is, so we're just going to, John's going to follow me, and I'm going to try to find Mr. Voorhees. So, come on, let's go. Oh, tripped on a body. He's near. Oh, okay, here he is. All right, John, cut the camera. Let's get Jason in here.
All right.
You know, you're a lot taller than I thought that you were going to be. John, I got just brainstorming here. You interview him.
Okay, well, first things first. Mr. Voorhees, we're going to do this my way. Starting with the basics. How old are you, or can you even count?
Well, I lost count when I got lost in the fucking woods. So, I mean, who's going to celebrate it? The fucking squirrels?
So, is it true that you're undead?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so, how did you die?
Well, I was trying to clear some people off my land. Next thing you know, someone starts whacking me with my own damn machete. That's a real ball breaker there.
I thought you died when you were a boy.
How could I have died when I was a boy? I'm a grown fucking man.
Okay, I understand. So, all those times that you, beat up trespassers on your land, how did you cope with all the beatdowns they provided you?
Aspirin.
Oh, hey, St. Nick's back.
Hey, John, is the interview over?
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty much just running out of crap to say and ask.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. I guess welcome to our show.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. So, it's great having you here and everything. Is that a tree trimmer?
None of your business.
Man, what to say about today's episode? I mean, I can't believe it. I thought everything was going to be cool. I was going to have an interview with Zombie. I mean, how cool is it to interview with Zombie? But when I actually came up face to face with him, he was like 8 feet tall. I didn't know he was going to be that tall. I always thought it was camera tricks or something like that, man. I mean, jeez. I don't know.